Two-factor authentication. What is it and what does it do? Hot topic now for both businesses and our personal information is account security and network security. And one of the easiest ways we can implement a second layer of security on accounts is with two-factor authentication. You may have heard it called two-factor, you may have heard it called dual factor or two-step authentication. It's really all the same thing. All it means is that there are two key pieces of information you need to log into an account. So like, for instance, your first step would be your username and password, right? Second step might be, in the past, we would see things like mother's maiden name or some secret question that you had put in answer to that, what's your favorite movie? Batman. Okay. So after, with those two pieces of information, you can log in. That meant that if somebody just compromised one piece of information, well, they still couldn't log into your account with the other. Two-factor, luckily, has got even more advanced. And so now we have authentication apps. And so I'll just give you an example of one. So Google Authenticator, it's an app you can download on your phone. And when you're setting up an account or when you're enabling two-factor authentication, let's say you use Gmail. You set up two-factor authentication, you type in your username and password, you verify that, and then it's going to give you a QR code that you can scan using the app on your phone. So you would go ahead and scan that QR code, and then it's going to give a token and basically a rotating key. It's going to rotate every minute. I don't know the default off the top of my head, but like say every 30 seconds or a minute, it's going to rotate that key. So when you go to log in, you're going to enter your username and password into the account, and then it's going to ask you for that key. So you open up Google Authenticator on your phone, put in that key, and then it'll let you log in. That's really nice because somebody, personal information gets leaked all the time. Accounts get compromised. It's not necessarily always our fault. It's not like we posted our account somewhere, but say LinkedIn's been compromised, right? There's a password dump and your password exists out there on the internet. So if somebody sees they potentially might have access to other information. They might have access to, what is your mother's maiden name, or whatever other personal information might have got leaked from some other hacker, data breach. So this is really a great way to implement some basic additional security to any account you have. And this can get implemented on internal network devices and systems, but what I really like to see is that any external service anybody uses has two-factor authentication. That's a great start. And another piece is like VPNs for your internal network, which is another topic I'll cover in another section, but like to make sure you don't have any open ports into the network, and using a layer of security there as a VPN, and you can enable two-factor authentications for VPNs. So it becomes a very useful and basic tool, and we're just at the point where convenience can't outweigh our security measures. It's just gotten too dangerous. It's the information Wild West out there. So everybody wants our information, everybody wants our data. It's our most valuable commodity, and so they'll do anything to get it. And you see these phishing emails come in, and somebody puts in their password and logs into a malicious account, then somebody takes control of their account, sends out emails, and this is how these things spread. Everybody keeps putting in their password, and without two-factor authentication, they can log right into the email account and take control. So I hope this was useful. If you have any questions, you can feel free to call us, or if you have your IT team or your IT provider, absolutely reach out to them and make sure that you guys are putting together a strategy to enable two-factor on all of your services. It's just super important, and I can't stress that enough. And I hope this information was useful, and look forward to doing more videos for you.